बोरिङ भयो सागर सर, बोरिङ भयो। भिडियो कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ हामीले स्टोरी टेलिङ बुझ्नुपर्छ क्या। सायरी भन्नुपर्छ तर भिडियोले चाहिँ बोरिङ भयो क्या। कि त त्यसलाई डार्क थिममा बनाउनु पऱ्यो त्यो भिडियोलाई, अनि कि त यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति मान्छे हिँडेको ओरेको फुटेजहरू हाल्नु पऱ्यो क्या।
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin. Hi Peter, it's great to be here. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. This is the lineup we've been given. Chance for a shot! Superb goal! Well, one score, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't. Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come. He's having a shot! It's in! Two! And we've barely begun here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment. Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that. And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply. Oh, he's been shaped to shoot! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical. And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just? Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite. A case now of complete control. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. It's a little off target. It's a decent chance to counter-attack. Looking for options for movement. Rooney. It has been an extraordinary start to the game. The gap already 3. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. And here's Rooney. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Cannavaro was steaming forward. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chiellini. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Filippo, it's Inzaghi! Keeper's got his work done.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's going to be another one. Corner number 2 then. Xabi Alonso with the short one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played through for him. He's got away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shoots! He scores! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's put paid to a promising move. Goes! It's in! No, he's not getting his way this time. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Nepal really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
And this is Rooney. Good read, needed to be. Matches Nunes gets it away. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Rooney. Sanchez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now this great chance! And somehow he kept it out.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Di Maria plays it short. And he's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Inzaghi. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Just about up to the hour now. And it's Rijkaard. And the shot's on. Big chance! Sticks it away! Just cruising! They are cruising! Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
It's become a case of men against boys. That's going right the way across. Cannavaro makes the interception. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And they win it back again. Chiellini. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Can he get on the end of this? Alonso. Now it's Rooney. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Sanchez gets rid without sophistication. Knocks it into space. Nicely weighted ball. That has not gone well.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Rooney. Rooney! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Dani Olmo. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at...
भ्युज राम्रै आउने रहेछ
थम्बनेलबाट त नि क्लिक गर्छन्
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. can clear it away. Good read, needed to be. Good running, strong and purposeful. Haaland. Matches Nunes. Bruno Guimaraes. It's played through for him. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And a chance! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Nuno Mendes. Dani Olmo. And the pass is intercepted.
Nepal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Deftly away. Neymar. Now the ball's gone astray. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really
Takes a shot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Brazil find a position of real strength now. Brazil have got it back and they'll have another go. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown off here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
And just a quick reminder today to please drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Anthony.
That gets things going for the second half.
Number 20, Di Maria.
The Tall really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That is a great pick out. And he thumps it clear. Nicked it back promptly. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Neymar! And he's there to get it away. No way through there. Almost an hour gone. That pass has been well intercepted.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
He has found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Nuno Mendes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, played right into his path. Goes for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That has been knocked clear. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. He's on it. Can he get away? Nicely weighted ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's McTominay. Neymar pinches it off him. Great vision. Yilmaz. Decent chance! Oh, should have put that away.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if there were just one down as opposed to two.
It's their second corner of the game. He's got full. He has done it. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That pass isn't the best. That looks a decent ball. That is a little undercooked. No, that was never going to make it. Van Dijk is there to clear. And they're quick to get it back. Bernal doing full tilt down the left. Neymar. Di Maria. Oh, that's well spotted. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, Peter, Thomas Rosicki will have a busy game, I think, certainly on the creative front.
Just looking back over his career, Jim, I sometimes wonder whether he's been a bit underrated.
Well, I suppose there is an element of what might have been with him.
He's having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Torres.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Dixon. He's a sharp little ball here. Shapes to shoot! What about that from Fernando Torres? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Into the lead once more. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Number 21.
Floated through. James.
Number 13.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Marmouche! And that could come back to haunt them.
Marmouche really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
That's an imaginative pass. Vardiol promptly onto that, and that is that. And they're quick to get it back. Well, that looks a decent ball. They really do have to make something. Marmouche! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top drawer. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
After 90 minutes.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which all goes well if this goes to extra time.
Here's a shot! Palmer. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Substitution on the
So
field.
all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Coming on the field is
And we are
number
already
16,
back underway.
Rodri.
Everton conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Fernandes. And Bernardo Silva! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Palmer. That's good running with the ball. Danger averted for now. Chelsea have reclaimed it. Oh, that's fabulous. Foden. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. He gets big. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the
Half-time, extra time.
And now, please
Well,
turn
it has
towards
been
the
a
screen
punishing
for a
game,
special
both physically and
presentation
mentally.
featuring our
But
guest
does
football
either
legends.
team have what it takes to find a winner? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And he's managed to get rid. Rodri. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Vardiol. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? And a chance! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And yes, it's him again. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to...
And that's that. Everton pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Those of you
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah. Haaland! That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. He won't be happy with that one.
Matthäus, you have to expect that from everyone now. Batistuta. And Batistuta!
Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Guardiola.
And he's managed to get rid. But they've got it again. That was good alertness. Haaland is onto it in a flash. Oyarzabal. Look at the space. Kane! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Paul really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That is a great pick out. No, that's been intercepted. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for a runner. Asensio tries to clear. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Asensio. They get a throw in. That's a lovely, neat pass. Kukçu. Great defending, strong and determined. DiMarco. Great vision. Saliba cuts out the pass. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Nepal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. Kukçu. DiMarco.
Tries to play it through. Can he finish? Now, in for the pieces. And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
And a chance! Oh, it's hit a post! Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Substitution for Milan, number 25, Donadoni. Coming on the field is number 8, Olise.
Olise plays it short. Now it's Olise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And now they can spring out of defence. No, that was never going to make it. Messi finds himself offside. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Kane. He's in a great position here. He's beaten the last man. Cleared without complication. Out for a throw. Oyarzabal is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's had it taken off him, and he's there to belt it away. Just about within shooting range, and no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
And here's Batistuta. Good ball, good take. Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. We expected better, and so did he. Probing pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
No way through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Ball has bounced loose now. Asensio gets it away. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And now they can clear their lines. Valverde. And that's it. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Mikel Oyarzabal taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Nepal can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
This might spell danger. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And we have our very first corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Xabi Alonso. He's a sharp little ball here. Off the ball! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Aimed beyond the defence. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now he's got space here. Oh, that's well spotted. He's gone for goal! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kukçu clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Header! And he's really put himself on the line here. So, third corner of the game. And he whips it across. Oh, what a climb! He's missed, but not by that far. Front-footed pressing going on here. Kukçu wins the duel this time. Good ball, good take. That's a cute ball. That has been cut short. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Now it's Messi. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Kane. Kukçu applies the finish! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Now it's Forlan. That's rather hopeful. Valverde. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Really well taken goal. Gabriel. DiMarco. Kukcu. Messi puts his foot on the gas. And he's had a hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So their fourth quarter of the game. Up he goes! Harmlessly behind. And he cuts out the supply. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point.
Nepal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. If you're just back from your break, there's very little of the resumption of the second half. Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a pretty loose pass. Filippo Inzaghi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee will soon change his status.
Looking for options for movement. He's quick to get it clear again. And they've got a throw. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Kane. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Forlan. Shot could be on, and the shot! Superb by Inzaghi! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now.
Oh, what has happened here? That was good alertness. Just about up to 7th. Ah, he's given it away! Oh, played right into his path. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Thiago Silva gets rid without sophistication.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Kane. Oyarzábal has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
And that's off target.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Rice is there and he can pick it up. He's going to be disappointed with that. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He can run onto that, and he's lost his man here.
Nepal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's through here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline.
अघि 6 जना 7 जना थियो जम्मुलाले पज गर्दा पजमा उ गर्दा 6 जना ल्याएर Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really.
Neymar! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Now it's Olise. Oh, such a clever touch. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Aims beyond the defence. Oh, what a climb! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Looking for a runner. It's a mighty effort! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay.
He rises! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Played out to the left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No goals as yet. This ended up in no man's land. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vinicius, terrific header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's having a hit! That was superb goalkeeping!
Valverde really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Batistuta getting this one clear. Applies the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Tries from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Neymar makes the interception. De Bruyne. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Short changes him with that pass. Rice making good progress on the right-hand side. Oyarzabal. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Chance! And now they can clear their lines. Ambitious ball here. Threads one in. Oyarzabal. This looks promising. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Batistuta.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it again. Tries to pass it through. He has a look up. Oh, that tries a shot! Rice gets it clear. It's Neymar! That is certainly not what he had in mind.
Bangladesh have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De Bruyne tries to play it through. chance! And he hits the net! And that could well be the winner!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Batistuta has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Decent chance! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's De Bruyne. He's having a shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution in progress.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
De Bruyne. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
Substitutions taking place.
And that should get the job done.
There will be 5 minutes.
Here's
added
Batistuta.
time.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to belt it away. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Albert Ferrer. And we're done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course, he played in that most famous of all Catalan dream teams.
Yeah, not one of its most glamorous members, maybe, but definitely one of the most important.
Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's managed to get free. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Picked out brilliantly. And that was very necessary. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
On the defence. Now it's Messi. Great ball, and he's in here. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And we have our very first corner. Neymar with the short one. Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That was good alertness. Now that looks a decent ball. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ribéry goes for a shot! Goal! His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Alexander-Arnold gets flagged offside. Adams, and that is a little undercooked. Played into space. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Nepal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
McAllister, and it's Bellingham. Caceres. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
There will be
It's a
one
poor
minute
throw
added
that,
time.
picked off with relative ease.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens...
And the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Number 25.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, what a ball! Neymar, and the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Ribery. Tries to pass it through. That is a great pick out. Haaland is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he can clear it away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. Haaland! Rising over the bar.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Distributed tidily. Gabriel, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Decent chance! Sticks it away! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's become a case of men against boys. Rice threads one in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Mikel Oyarzabal. Number 7,
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Number 15, Federico Valverde.
Haaland!
Running on the field.
Cleared without complication.
Number 11,
Looking for a runner.
Number
The final 5 minutes.
Mohamed Salah.
That has been knocked clear. Oh, easy pickings there. Foden. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Kvaratskhelia. It's a really well-measured ball. Big chance! Oh, impressive strike. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Well timed, excellent interception. Played out to the right. That has ended up in no man's land. That's at the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times.